Hello and welcome to the 741 channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to take a look at this Model P2 3000 PSI pressure washer that Paxcess sent me to review. So first up, I'll get it out of the box, then I'll get everything assembled, I'll go through an overview of all the features, and then I'll test it out. So let's take a look and see what's in the box. So first up is the user's manual. Also in this bag are a couple of screws and a wire tool. So next up we have the hose and the reel that the hose goes onto. Next up, this looks like the hose reel crank. Okay, this bag contains the pressure wand and the tube that goes on the end of it. Here's the handle, and here of course is the main unit itself. And that's it, nothing else in the box. So the first thing I'll do to start the assembly is to attach the handle to the top of the pressure washer body. You can see there's a couple of grooves up top here that lock into these grooves in the handle. So that'll just kind of slide in place like that. And then I'll use the two screws that were included in the manual bag and put those through these holes here to attach the handle. So the next thing to do is to install the hose reel assembly onto the handle. Now before installing that, I've opened up the bag that contained the crank handle and the hold down bracket, and I've also grabbed one of the bags that contains 4 screws in it. So now what I'll do is I'll grab the hose reel assembly and I'll bring it up and get it onto the back of the handle. So you may be able to see on the handle there are some cutouts here that accept the shaft that the reel pivots on. So I'm going to position the reel so that the end with the hose that has the right angle fitting on it is toward the left side of the unit if you're facing it from the back. Just kind of bring that in and I'll line this shaft up so it fits in the groove on the handle. And then what I'll do is I'll position this bracket so the 2 screw holes line up with the bosses that are inside the back part of the handle here that you can hopefully see. So now I'll install 2 of the 4 screws into this hold down bracket. So now what I'll do on the other side of the reel is I'll grab the crank handle here. So I'm going to insert this end of the crank handle into the receptacle on the reel itself. And you can see that this is sort of hexagonal shaped, as is this. So I'll get this in and then kind of spin it around until it locks into place. Then what I'll do is position it in the cutout on the handle. So now I'll grab the hold down bracket and I'll put that over the crank handle, making sure that I line up the screw holes to the receptacles on the handle. So the next thing I'm going to do is install the wand holder onto the side of the unit. This groove here on the wand holder just slides down over and locks onto this tab right here. So just to get it out of the way for now, I'm going to wind the power cord up onto the cord holder on the back of the machine. So what I'll do now is attach the pressure hose fitting to the water outlet on the front of the unit here. Let's take a closer look at that as I do it. So I'll just get this as tight as I can by hand. I don't think we'll need pliers or anything like that on here. In fact, using pliers may damage this. So next up I'll assemble the spray wand. I've got the main body of it here. I've got the spray tube end here. So you may be able to see there are a couple of ears on the brass fitting end of the tube. And those are just going to slide into these slots that are in here. So I'll take the brass fitting, I'll install it down in the body, and then I'll give it a sort of a quarter turn to lock it in place. And we should be good to go. So next up I'll install the end of the hose onto the spray wand. I'm going to push in on this orange button, and you can see when I do that it releases some tabs that are in there. So now I'll take the hose and I'll put it down in here and make sure that it seats in there fully, and then release the button and we should be good to go. So now that I have the machine assembled, let's talk about some of its features. So of course the main feature of this unit is the integrated storage reel for the spray hose. Having the reel makes the spray hose a little bit easier to deal with compared to other electric pressure washers. When the unit is not in use, you can just wind this up on here and it stores out of the way. The hose doesn't flop around or fall out or get in the way. And when you're using the machine, you just kind of pull this out and unwind the hose. Now admittedly, if you try and pull this out without holding the unit with your hand, it will tend to want to tip over, so you can't just yank it. But it does make dealing with the spray hose a little bit easier than other electric pressure washers. And of course it's got the crank handle, so when you're done, you just roll it up like that, then you're good to go. So the front of the unit has sort of these two pockets that you can use for storage. I've got the wand in one of them, and then of course the other one is open if you had another attachment. This of course is the main on-off switch. And then down here at the bottom of the unit, the water inlet and water outlet are both on the front of the unit. And of course with the design of the integrated reel, the water outlet tube comes out at a 90-degree angle and just goes up to the reel here. It's nice and compact and stays out of the way of everything. So taking a look at the spray wand, you can see that it's an all-in-one unit. There are no extra nozzles to attach. As I showed in the assembly part of the video, you just take the spray wand, put it down in the spray handle, give it a quarter turn, and it's locked in place. Now, unlike other units, this doesn't have separate nozzles. Everything is controlled up here at the end of the spray tube. We'll talk more about that when it's time to demo the unit. And again, as I showed in the assembly section, the spray wand does have a quick release button so you can pull the hose out if you need to. The spray wand also has a feature that allows you to change the direction of the spray pattern. You just kind of pull up on this and spin this where you want to. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about that in the demo part of this video. On the back of the unit, you can see I've got the electric cord wound up on the integrated cord holder. Now this cord is about 35 feet long or so and includes an integrated GFCI for safety. Now down at the bottom of the unit, there is a detergent tank with a rubber cap if you choose to use some sort of detergent with the pressure washer. So down here we have 6-inch diameter wheels that can be used for dragging this thing around on pavement or maybe some uneven grass or something like that. Okay, so that's it for the overview. Let's get this thing hooked up to some water and electricity and try it out. So I've got water and electricity connected up to the pressure washer. So what I'll do now is put the tube on the end of the wand here. So before I turn the unit on, I'm going to squeeze the trigger here and let the water kind of flow through the system and purge out any air that might be in here before we turn it on and get things up to pressure. So I've got all the air purged out of the system, so I'll turn the washer on now and let it come up to pressure. So as you heard, the unit ran for a couple of seconds, built up some pressure, and now it's ready to use. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier in the video, this unit does not have replaceable nozzles to change the angle of the spray. That's done by turning the end of the nozzle that's built into the wand here. I'll show you what I mean. So as I mentioned before, this machine does not have multiple interchangeable nozzles like other electric pressure washers. This one has an integrated adjustable nozzle. So for example, if I have the nozzle turned all the way clockwise as viewed down the length of the wand, you can see that that causes the nozzle to have the finest spray pattern. If I turn it the other way clockwise until it stops, I get the widest pattern. So the nozzle is also adjustable between high and low pressure settings. To get the highest pressure, the nozzle has to be pushed all the way in toward the trigger. And to achieve lower pressure, you pull the nozzle out. Now there really isn't much of an adjustment there. You can see it's maybe a ½ an inch at most. But with it all the way out, there's very low pressure. And you can kind of put it sort of in the middle to kind of have a medium pressure if you need it. So to change the direction of the spray pattern while you're spraying, you can pull out on this collar and spin the end of the wand. The wand also has a locking feature so you can prevent it from being triggered accidentally. So as you can see, this door sill has some mold on it. So this side is already clean because I used another pressure washer with similar specs to the Paxcess unit and a 15-degree nozzle over here. So let's do this side with the Paxcess pressure washer and see what happens. Now because the nozzle on the Paxcess unit is sort of infinitely variable, I'm not going to be able to duplicate the exact angle of spray that I used over here, so we'll just play with the nozzle a little bit and see what we get. So over here on the wood, I used an angle on the nozzle that was probably about halfway between its thinnest and widest point. And you can see it did a fairly decent job. There's a little bit of mold left there. I could probably just go over that again and it would be okay. Now over here, I just very briefly put it down to its thinnest setting, and you can see it started to chew up the wood a little bit. So you'll want to be careful on that setting. So the siding on my house is sort of a shade of green. It's a little hard to see, but there is some mold on the siding here. Let's try it out without soap and see how it does cleaning that off. So it seems to be working okay, but maybe I need to tighten up the pattern a little bit to get some more of this stubborn stuff off. Now, unlike other similar pressure washers, if I feel I don't have enough pressure or maybe too much, I can quickly change the pattern of the spray on the fly as I'm going instead of having to stop and change nozzles. So I'm not sure if you guys caught it in the previous video clips or not, but the spray pattern on this unit tends to be a little bit rounded instead of a straight fan pattern like other pressure washers with replaceable nozzles. Now, I don't really see that as a benefit or a detriment to this unit. It's just something I noticed and figured I'd point out. So next up, I'm going to try adding some detergent to the soap tank down here in the bottom of the unit. Now for this demo, I'm just going to use this crud cutter that I picked up at my local hardware store, and I've diluted it with water per the instructions on the label. So in order to get the detergent to come out and foam up on the siding, what I'll do is I'll pull the nozzle out so that it's in low pressure mode. But I actually won't pull it completely out. I'm going to put it in just a little bit so that there is some amount of pressure in order to get it to kind of shoot up onto the side. Okay, so I'll let that soak in for about 5 minutes or so. So now I'll switch over to high pressure mode, which will stop the soap from flowing and hopefully spray away all the mold and mildew on the siding. The unit did a pretty good job cleaning this area. The siding is fairly clean and free of mold now. So now that I'm done cleaning for the day, I'm going to wind the hose up on the reel. Okay, so that's pretty much going to wrap things up for the Paxcess P2 pressure washer. If you want to learn more about this pressure washer, there'll be a link in the description below. I really do like the roll-up hose reel on this. It makes for nice, neat, easy storage. I also like the integrated and adjustable spray nozzle. Because that nozzle is integrated into the wand, I don't have to worry about fumbling around with and potentially losing separate nozzles. Anyway, if you want to learn more about this Paxcess P2 pressure washer, you'll find a link in the description below that will take you to its product page. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment or subscribe, feel free to do that as well. If you'd like to support my channel in another way, please consider visiting my Amazon store, which is linked in the description below. Thanks for watching.